working in the lab late one night, when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster.
Even a man who is pure of heart.
Enough, Mother.
Hello, I'm Victor, and this is The Junkyard. My latest attempt to cure humanity's ills with my amazing formula has again not quite panned out. Turned myself into a vampire. Yeah. Don't even ask where the cape came from. I don't know. In any case, this classic form inspired me to revisit a classic series. So today we are going to be looking at 2009's House of Wolfman.
Now, I have already reviewed the original House of Dracula and House of Frankenstein, both made decades ago. Early in the latter review, I joked about the idea of someone making a House of Wolfman movie. Unbeknownst to me, some independent filmmakers had only recently released just such a film, done in the style of the original Universal monster movies. That said, let's get on with it. Well, this is pretty authentic. Nice atmosphere. And these must be our protagonists, I take it? Well, hopefully they...
Reed, who would choose to live in such a dreadful place? Let's just go home and forget this foolishness.
Holy shit, that's bad acting. That's community theater on Drano shots. Is this a movie or an elaborate practical joke? No, I'm not going to be this negative right out of the gate. It's one actress, early in production. I'm sure this isn't the standard.
Surely you didn't think I would entrust my estate and research to just any simpleton off the street now, did you?
Leopold, you mindless savage! You dropped that shrunk out of your skinned alive!
I wasn't worried, honey. That never makes a difference.
Look, don't feel bad. I didn't notice at first either. Conrad had to point it out to me, too.
Probably because you had your nose buried somewhere, too.
Okay. No. Man up, Victor. Pain don't hurt.
Set in what looks like the 50s, a bunch of rubes, including jock brother, whiny genius sister, blatant nerd, generic bad girl, and incoherent hunter jerk, show up to a castle to compete for the right to inherit mad scientist's estate. And yeah, for reasons unknown, he decides to make his entrance in the manner of a femme fatale in a western. Moving on. They're escorted to their rooms, where amidst slow conversations that fill my soul with venom, we get to something like a plot point. Hunter's manservants find weird tracks and blood on the grounds. And meanwhile, Nerd is shown to not enter private spaces without being implicitly invited. If he is not a secret vampire, then he's just annoying. And my soul is further crushed beneath more dialogue. Meanwhile, someone has been spying on the rubes through the eyes of various paintings. It's something that most of the characters seem to pick up on with normal human speed, something that is to the filmmaker's credit.
Not so much credit where credit is due as nature pours a vacuum.
Anyway, after a long and awkward dinner scene, Hunter checks out the tracks and starts following whatever made them. Bad Girl, who is lounging around in the most elaborate and multi-layered underwear in creation, starts following a random spider up to the witch room. Yeah, I guess this place has a witch room. Gym's downstairs, pool closes at 9. Anyway, Witch, and I call her that because that's what it says on the movie cover, we don't get many other hints, reveals that she, Mad Scientist, and Bad Girl are related, and that their original family name was Frankenstein. And she hints that one of their relatives is a werewolf before Mad Scientist interrupts her and shoos away Bad Girl.
Yeah, things are finally starting to get interesting. I mean, Witch's dramatic gypsy persona is probably the most understated and natural of the film. Figures they would keep the most likable character locked up in the attic.
But, of course, we're back with the other rubes. After Whiny gets freaked out by the Peeper painting, they confront Mad Scientist, who maintains that it was neither him nor Barlow, his creepy servant who I failed to mention until now. What? The guy's basically furniture. After that's all sorted out to no one's satisfaction, Bad Girl reveals to Nerd that they, and likely all the other rubes, are half-siblings through Mad Scientist, all of them conceived in a fit of violence that left their mothers mangled. Yikes. We get a scene with Jock and Whiner, the latter of whom has stopped whining and wants to stick around the scary castle, as she seems to have been tempted by the prospect of inheriting Mad Scientist's collection of scientific records. Bad Girl then goes into talk with Whiner, hoping to confirm that they are also half-siblings. Weiner denies it, but the possibility that she and Jock were adopted stays open.
I'm getting past the acting here, and the story is actually starting to draw me in a little bit. I mean, yeah, the script is extremely haphazard, and it's almost 20 minutes to the end, and we haven't seen a single monster, but I think this film is starting to show signs that it's just redeemable.
Zungawi, Uga Buga, Maxawana, Zambunga, Buana Buana, Watawana.
Miyogi, Umbara, Kunjuju, Kamonak.
Kawabanga, Ungawa.
Okay. Oh, by the way, bullets each have a sliver of the true cross inside. I don't like it any more than the next guy, but I gotta keep these around in case Belmonts show up and need power-ups. It's the law.
Criminy. That scene only existed to confirm that those are werewolf tracks and to make the audience uncomfortable. Well, as Barlow stands guard over Witch Grandma with a silver cane last seen in the original Wolfman, nice touch, Mad Scientist brings the rubes in for another awkward conversation. Here we confirm that Hunter is also a Frankenstein, though even he doesn't know it. Weiner likewise admits that she and Jock were adopted. All the cards are on the table and at the table, and Mad Scientist finally drops his calm demeanor in a big way. A very big way.
I'm actually kind of impressed with the tension they managed in this scene, going around the table, the truth slowly leaking out as these people begin to realize that they're sitting at a table next to the guy who brutally ravaged and raped their mothers. This does not, however, forgive the fact that a 2009 movie failed to have a transformation sequence when even the ones made in the 1940s did.
Well, Franken-Wolfman corners his spawn up near the witch's room when Hunter's offensive manservants come to the rescue. Hunter manages to hit Daddy with a high-powered hunting rifle, but he predictably doesn't stay down, and our mustached protagonist is toast. Soon Jock and Weiner follow suit. Badgirl and Nerd are suddenly saved by the Frankenstein monster, who Witch had Barlow unleash a bit earlier. Now we're getting down to it. The two fight, and Nerd is hurt while he and Badgirl try to get out of the way. And then Dracula randomly shows up. Okay. His brides vamp up Nerd while the Count goes to shoot the shit with Franken-Wolfman and the monster. It's a pretty good fight, and refreshing given that the other two House of films had little to no monster-on-monster action. I can't wait to see what happens when Dracula shows up. It'll be so... Oh, he just says hello, they hiss at each other, fade to black. With one more short scene to confirm that Nerd is undead and well, the film ends.
Oy. I want to like this film. It comes so close sometimes. The characters just skirt the edge of three-dimensionality. But, all in all, I really can't call this anything but a bad movie.
The story seemed to drag, and it almost got confusing despite such a simple idea in general. I think they threw too many elements at us. The ending was weak, cluttered, and unsatisfying, though, again, I liked the Wolfman-Frankenstein fight. It was a bit repetitive, but so much more fun to watch than the cartoony CGI crap we've been seeing for the last couple of decades.
So, yeah, I can't recommend that you go through the trouble of finding a copy of this movie. But, I don't know, it had hints of potential here and there. Well, this has been Victor with the Junkyard. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Meanwhile, I gotta try something.
Sweet. Okay, later, folks.